Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Joy. This is my third check-in on the 2024 Project 100 uses. I am working on 24 products, and some of the products in the project are actually a rollover from last year, and some of them I started working on those products this year, and the starting point for those products would be 0. I did not manage to provide an update last month, so this is just my third check-in, and what I'll do is I'll share with you the number of uses for each product in the project right now. I'm also going to share with you how I fare against the target I've set for each category and whether I am on track on those products. Now, in my second check-in, I've already hit target on 2 products. So there would be just 22 products that I'll be sharing with you today. Let me start with the primer. So I have 2 makeup primer or face primer. We have here this Ellena Blur makeup primer and the Mary Kay Honey Glow finisher. For this Ellena Blur makeup primer, it may look familiar to you if you've seen my previous project pans, because I've worked on another Ellena Blur makeup primer, and for that one I managed to use the top, and I have another one. So I just started working on this year. For this category, I should be at 72 uses for both of them in total. And for this update, for this check-in, I'm happy to say that I've hit that goal because I'm at 86. Ellena Blur Makeup Primer, I've used this 46 times in this check-in. And for Mary Kay, I am now at 40 in this check-in. So that's a total of 86 uses. If I am working on this on its own, the goal is for me to use it at least 9 times. And for both, I would say I'm also still on track because I should have used this at least 36 times, and for both, it's beyond 36 uses. Next would be the foundation in the project. I have 3. So I have this Etude House Double Lasting Foundation. This is a rollover from last year. And then I have this LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation. This is not a rollover from last year, although I worked on that foundation last year, and I managed to hit goal on that one. So for this year, I am starting at 0 for this foundation. Right now, by this time, on this, after working on this for 4 months, I should have already used these 3 products in total 92 times for this category. And I am at 104 uses. For the Etude House, I am now at 82. My starting point was 52, so I've used this 30 times. For the LA Girl Pro Coverage, I've used this 31 times. And the Missha Cushion Foundation, I've used that 43 times. Now this one, I thought there's not much product left in here, but there's still quite a lot actually. I'm just not using a lot of the product in here. I still have this cover because I don't want it to dry up. I'm not sure, perhaps it wouldn't dry up as fast as I think. But there's still a lot of product in here, down there. I'm not sure if you can see it. But yeah, initially I thought there's very little product in here, but perhaps I may get to at least 70 uses, I think, before I finally use the top. If I don't get to 100 uses. That's just an estimate. But anyway, so for this category, I have used these 3 products in total 104 times. And for the Etude House, I'm now at 82. So if I focus on this one, I might manage to hit 100 uses in my next update. However, I'm not doing that. I'm really using this alternately. So I don't think I'll get to 100 uses in my next update. Perhaps in the next 2 check-ins, I'll get there. Next category are my concealers. I have 2. So I have this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and the Trestique Mini Crayon Concealer. For this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, I've finally hit 100 uses. For this Trestique Mini Crayon, I've now used this 20 times. For this category, I should be at 48 uses by now. Unfortunately, I only managed to use this 47 times. So I'm short by 1 usage. But the good news is I'm now done with this. This is now out of the project. And I can just focus on working on this Trestique Mini Crayon Concealer. The way I'm using this is really as an eye primer rather than a concealer. And then the next category is a color corrector, and I only have one, and it is this LA Girl Pro Conceal, and the shade is green. For this one, this is a carryover. However, I am not progressing well on this product or in this category. I only need to use this 5 times per check-in to get to 100 uses by the end of the year, but I'm not achieving that because I've just used this 13 times since the start of the project. I should be at 20 this time. And then the next category is a loose powder. It is this Nichido loose powder, and the shade, it's a final powder, and the shade is Creamy Glow. For this one, I should use this, I should already be at 36 uses, and similar to the concealer, I am not also hitting my goal on this one because I only use this 27 times. But what is interesting is that there's a lot of usage actually, despite 27 using this only 27 times. I'm already here on top of this final powder, the words final powder. So I'm using a lot of this product actually. It's just that it's really not a product I need to use. And those times that I've used it, it's really just for the sake of using it. Or when on days when I didn't put on foundation and I decided to put this on. Next category would be my bronzers. And for this one, I'm progressing quite well. So I have the bronzer from this palette, Pure Bronze and Brighten palette, and the bronzer, this number 7. For this category, I should use this both in total 56 times, and I'm now at 71 uses. For both product, they are both rollover from last year. For this number 7, I've used this 42 times last year, and I'm now at 77. So that means I've used this 35 times, and this is what this bronzer looks like. You can tell that I've used this now. The ring there is a bit visible already, but I'm now hitting my brush on the sides rather than at the center. And then for the bronzer from this palette, it doesn't look like I've really used this much, but that's what it looks like after using that 40 times. When I started, I was at 4 uses. So I've used this 36 times now. So for this category, I'm doing quite well. And then the next category would be the blushes in the project. So I have the blush from this palette, Pure Bronze and Brighten. It's the first shade there. And then this is a repurpose packaging. This is a BYS foundation, blush rather, and I've used that. I've mixed it. It's a Franken blush, and then this is pink flush. So let me start with the target. The target is I should be at 108 uses. For each check-in, I should be using my blushes 27 times. It's actually a bit difficult, but somehow I managed to get there. In total, I managed to use this 119 times. So I'm now at 119 uses for the 3 of them. But the one that where I am now at the middle, or I've hit the middle mark, would be this blush from this palette. I've used this 57 times, and that mainly because when I started, I've already used this 19 times. Sorry, it's not 57, it's 54 times. I've now used this 54 times. And that's what that shade looks like after 54 uses. For the BYS, I don't think it's visible that I've been working on this because this is quite pigmented as well. So I only need very little product in here. I've used this 37 times. Among the 3 blushes, this is my favorite. I prefer to use this over the other 2. And if I'm going to rank them, it will be this, followed by pink flush, and that would be the last shade. Normally, I would use that shade at home. That's just what I do. For the pink flush, this one, I'm now at 32 uses. And that's what it looks like after using these 32 times. So for the bronzer and the blushes, despite there are more than one, I am on track, just like the primer and the foundation. Even there were a lot of them, I am on track. Now, the next product would be the highlighter. And surprisingly, I am on track on this highlighter. I need to be at 36 uses by this time, and I've used this 38 times. So just a little over by 2 uses. And why I said it's surprising, because I don't usually put on highlighter, especially when I use this shade. I don't, because it's already shimmery. Normally I would when I'm wearing the pink flush, most especially when I'm wearing the pink flush, because that's quite matte. And then after the highlighter, I have 2 brow products. One is an eyebrow powder, and the other one is a brow gel. Now for the brow gel, for both of these are carryover, and for the brow gel, I have now hit 100 uses. When I started, I was already at 61, and for me to be on track, I just need to use this 4 times. And so far, I managed to do that, and that's why I now am at 100 uses for this one. This, I am still going to continue using. There's still product in here, but not much, I think. And this is also a product I don't really enjoy using. But I'll continue using it until I've fully used that up. For the eyebrow powder, this is what it looks like. I'm using just this side. And I am now at 78 uses. I only need to use this 6 times per check-in. When I started, I was at 30 uses. So that's the reason why, apart from I don't have any other eyebrow product in the project, apart from the brow gel, I tend to wear eyebrows almost every day. Every time I put on makeup, I need to have an eyebrow. I need to wear something on my eyebrows. So for this, I'm pretty sure hitting 100 uses will not be difficult. And then next is an eyeliner. This is a liquid eyeliner. This is a Mistine Super Black eyeliner. For this one, I should be at 36 uses as well. And I am now at 42 uses. And for this one, it's not hard to actually wear this because I'm also not working on any eyeliner. At times, I would be using my eyeshadows as eyeliner, but I tend to reach for this. The next one is this Beauty Glaze lip liner. Similar to the eyeliner, I need to use this 9 times per check-in. I should be at 36 uses at least this time, and I am at 40 uses. This one I enjoy using compared to the other eyeliners I've worked on previously. I am managing to use this every time I put on lipstick. And then the last category in the project are my lip products. I started with 4 lip products, but I managed to hit goal on one of the 4. So there's just 3 left. 2 are liquid products or liquid lipstick, and 1 is a bullet lipstick. For this category, I should be at 108 uses, and I managed to be at 119 uses. Among the 3 products, I would say I've used the most would be this shade. This is not a carryover, or this liquid lipstick. This is not a carryover. This is from Focallure, and the shade is number 104. I've been using this, combining this with another liquid lipstick. That's how I normally use that. These 2 are actually, this one is a carryover, and this one I've used this 46 times by now. When I started the project, I was already at 13 uses. So that's the reason why I said I've used this the most, because I started from 0 and I'm at 45. This one, I started at 13 and I'm just at 46. And then this one, the Maybelline Bullet Lipstick, I am at 35 uses. And that's what it looks like. So this is the second most used compared to this one, because that's just at 33 uses. But they're quite near from each other, and that's good, which means to say I'm able to alternate my uses on these 3 products. So just to give a recap where I am or how I'm doing, I would say I'm doing quite well except for 3 products. So we have this LA Girl Pro Conceal Color Corrector on the concealer, on the loose powder, and then for the rest, I am good. I am on track. Now in my next check-in, I might not hit goal on any of the products that I'm working on, but we'll see. And hopefully for these 3 products, I progress better than I am progressing now. I think I might be able to progress well with this Trestique mini crayon because I'm just short by one usage rather, versus these 2 products, I'm short by several uses. For this Nichido, I'm short by 9 uses, and for this one, I'm short by 7 uses. It should be easier for me to actually use this given the target of 5 uses per update or per check-in. But given that I'm short by 7, I need to increase my target. And hopefully I'll get to 100 uses by the end of the year. So this is my check-in for my 3rd check-in for the 2024 Project 100 Uses. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!